Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Their Excellencies, the Right Honourable Dame Patsy Reddy and Sir David Gascoigne.
Haramai te karanga o te rānei e, haramai rā ngā manukuru ngā hāpore e, haramai, haere mai rā.
Taia, taia tēnei momo, taia tēnā momo whakatairangatia. Whakamānawatia te toki atu, whakamānawatia te rau o rongo. Oi whiwhia te tohu, oi rawea te tohu, oi tā maua te tohu, taumata rau tia te tohu, haumi e, hui e, tāi e.
E ngā mana, e ngā reo, i ngā iwi o ngā hoe whā. Tēnei aku mihi mahana ki a koutou. Kia ora tātou katoa. Nau mai, haere mai rā, ki te whare kawana. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, warm greetings to you all and welcome to Government House. I specifically acknowledge the Honourable Carmel Sepoloni, Minister of the Crown, our kuia Rānui Ngārimu, our kaumātua, Professor Piri Shasha, tēnā koutou. It's a real pleasure to host this morning's investiture ceremony and bring together 12 honour recipients, together with their friends and family, to recognise the contributions they've made to our country. As Governor-General, I have the authority and the privilege, on behalf of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of New Zealand, to hold an investiture ceremony for her and to confer the honours to which each recipient is entitled. Ladies and gentlemen, as each one is honoured, I invite you to join me in thanking and congratulating them for their service to our country. Mr. Ward Carmel will now read the citation for each one.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Dame Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Dame Areta Kopu of Auckland for services to Māori and the community. Dame Areta Kopu is a director of the Māori Women's Development Inc. and has more than 30 years' experience in social services in both paid and voluntary capacities. Dame Areta was National President of the Māori Women's Welfare League from 1993 until 1996 and a Human Rights Commissioner from 1996 until 2001. She has also been a member of the Waitangi Tribunal from 1996 to 2008, a member of the New Zealand Māori Council from 1987 until 1992, and a trustee of the Māori Education Trust and the Kohanga Reo National Trust Board from 1993 until 1996. She was a member of the National AIDS Foundation and a member of the Confidential Listening Service from 2008 to 2011. She worked as a marriage and family court counsellor with Marriage Guidance New Zealand for more than 20 years and was a member of Marriage Guidance New Zealand's national body. She has been a mediator for Housing New Zealand based in Rotorua. Dame Areta was a member of the Prime Minister's Honours Advisory Committee, which conducted the review of the New Zealand Royal Honours System in 1995. Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, the Reverend John Marsden of Lee, for services to Māori and the community. The Reverend John Marsden was General Manager of the iwi-led primary health provider Te Haoranga o Ngāti Whātua and General Manager of Te Puna Hauora o Taraki Whaipenua. He is kaumātua for North Shore Hospice. He has maintained a cultural advisory role with several retirement homes and provided his services as a kaumātua to local kohanga reo and the New Zealand Police. He has been a cultural advisor for the Department of Corrections. He is a member of a number of boards, including ProCare, Equip Mental Health, Connect Mental Health, and Te Puna Whānau Ora Network Alliance. Reverend Marsden is a trustee of the Runanga o Ngāti Whātua and was involved with treaty claims for the iwi, as well as the acquisition of commercial enterprises for the Runanga. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Dr. Claire McClintock of Auckland, for services to haematology and obstetrics. Dr. Claire McClintock is a haematologist and obstetric physician at National Women's Health, Auckland City Hospital, and was previously Clinical Director for Regional Maternity Services. She has focused on caring for women with disorders of thrombosis and hemostasis and medical disorders in pregnancy. She is president of the International Society on Thrombosis and Hemostasis and past president of the Thrombosis and Hemostasis Society of Australia and New Zealand and the Society of Obstetric Medicine of Australia and New Zealand. She is on the council of the Asia Pacific Society of Thrombosis and Hemostasis. She chaired the Maternal Mortality Working Group of the New Zealand Perinatal and Maternal Mortality Review Committee. Dr. McClintock has lectured in dozens of medical conferences and sits on several expert international panels and advisory boards. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. Ava Whaamoe of Auckland, for services to the Pacific community and health. Ava Whaamoe lost his sight at the age of 20 due to a rare eye condition. He completed a degree in counselling and established the Pacific Information Advocacy and Support Services Trust, PIASS, with a group of disabled Pacific people. PIASS collaborated with the Malolonga Trust, Pacific Mental Health, to form Vakatautua, a health and social service provider for Pacific people, of which Mr. Whaamoe is now chairman. He was an elected member of the Otara Papatoetoe Local Board. He chaired the Otara Community Board and is a board member of the Otara Law Centre. He is a founding member of Tō Whāma Mao, the Pacific Disability Collective. Ms. Anjum Ratman of Hamilton for services to ethnic communities and women. Ms. Anjum Ratman is a founding member and trustee of Shama, which provides support services for ethnic women in Hamilton. She is a founding and governing board member of the Islamic Women's Council of New Zealand. She is focused on sexual violence as part of the Hamilton Campaign of Consent and the Accident Compensation Corporation Expert Reference Group. She is part of the Waikato Interfaith Council and of the Ethnic Police Group with New Zealand Police. She is a trustee of the Ethnic New Zealand Trust and the Waikato Community Broadcasting Charitable Trust. Ms. Rahman is a Human Rights Commission facilitator and speaks publicly on issues affecting Muslim women. Mrs. Sally Wilson of Auckland and Mrs. Sue Wynyard of Auckland for services to midwifery. Sally Wilson and Sue Wynyard advocated for a local birthing centre following the closure of the Warkworth Maternity Hospital. Together, they co-founded Rodney Coast Midwives, which opened the Warkworth Birthing Centre. The centre has provided maternity care to more than 10,000 women and families. It has grown from 4 to 13 beds. Its fundamental policy is that care should be free and women are able to stay as long as they need to. They both continue to serve as directors of the centre. They have also held roles on the Waitemata District Health Board Maternity Clinical Governance Committee and consulted on the birthing centre design for Waitakere Hospital. Your Excellency, to receive the Queen's Service Medal, Mrs. Pare Anderson of Auckland, for services to Māori language education. Pare Anderson was involved in establishing Te Pua Waitanga, the bilingual unit based at Birkdale Primary School, to cater for tamariki about to turn 5 years of age. She is one of the few elders on the North Shore who is fluent in the Māori language and prepared to share their knowledge with fledgling reo speakers, and she has contributed to the sporting and artistic world of Māori to ensure that tikanga is not lost and others are able to learn from her. Mrs. Anderson chaired the local Māori Women's Welfare League, or Pua Wānanga, for 10 years. Mrs. Velmay Haller of Christchurch for services to the community. Velmay Haller volunteered as treasurer of the Linwood Avenue Community Corner Trust, where she was responsible for staff employment, program funding and accounts. She has been a foster parent to numerous children through Catholic Social Services, Child, Youth and Family, St John of God and a Methodist Children's Home. She has volunteered as a prisoner support person for Pathway Trust. Mrs. Haller has also volunteered as National Treasurer of the Methodist Women's Fellowship and has formerly been Treasurer for the Linwood Avenue Union Church and the Girls and Boys Brigade in Linwood. Mrs. Tina Mataiti of Auckland for services to the Pacific community and health. Tina Mataiti is the main carer for her husband who suffered a spinal injury and has been wheelchair bound since 1998. She has developed Older People's Day programs, allowing older people to participate in daily activities, including weaving and other arts and crafts. She provides disability information and support for Wakatautua, a health and social service provider for Pacific people. She was influential in the development of the Pacific Financial Literacy Program. Mrs. Mataiti is a member of the Workbridge Community Council representing Pacific and disability, assisting those with a disability, injury or illness into employment. Mupopo Siausi of Auckland for services to health in the Pacific community. Mātua tia Vaasue leva polo si upule Mupopo Siausi tia Vaasue is the Pacific lead Mātua of the Mātua Advisory Council for Waitemata and Auckland District Health Boards. He is the lead Mātua for Takanga a Whahe, Waitemata's Pacific Mental Health and Addiction Services, and for Leva, which supports the well-being of Pasifika families and communities. He is a Justice of the Peace, tutors Kelston Girls High Samoan Poly Festival Group, and serves as a lay preacher and elder of the Glen Eden Methodist Church. Mr. Siausi is the chairperson of the Lay Preacher of Auckland Association and chair of Samoan Whaiwhiao Church Ministers. Mrs. Ray Story of Auckland for services to folk dancing and the arts. Ray Story founded the children's Meadowbank Maypole Dancers, and her efforts have seen the team take part in many cultural events in Auckland. She also founded La Bourrée, a women's ensemble that performs French regional dances, has taught international folk dance in schools, and has held 2 large annual festivals. Mrs. Story produced and published a teaching resource for dancing, which she recently broadened to better serve multicultural life in New Zealand's schools. At a national level, she gathered New Zealand folk dance teachers together for a training course and to establish the organisation Folk Dance New Zealand. Your Excellency, the investiture is concluded.
An investiture ceremony is the most important event that I hold on behalf of Her Majesty the Queen of New Zealand. It allows me as Governor-General to recognise and thank an extraordinary group of people on behalf of all New Zealanders. By using their talents to make ours a better society, whether by service to their communities, or by their leadership in diverse fields of endeavour, or their commitment to excellence in their own field of expertise, our recipients have set a fine example to others, encouraging them in their own endeavours. To the recipients, it's been a real privilege to hear your stories today. In your own way, each of you has helped make New Zealand a better place to live. You have demonstrated determination, commitment and compassion in your daily lives. In some cases, your influence has extended beyond these shores. Your actions and the stories we've heard reflect the spirit of the words of another great New Zealander, Sir Paul Callaghan, when he said, "What greater sense of fulfilment can there be but to make a difference in the community in which you live?" Your contributions have enriched the cultural, social and economic fabric of Aotearoa, New Zealand. Please wear your insignia with pride, knowing that your communities appreciate and value your work and are inspired by your example. On behalf of the Queen of New Zealand and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements and I thank you for your service to our country. Kia ora whiwhi tātou katoa. Ladies and gentlemen, that almost brings to a close the formal part of today's ceremony. But before we do break for refreshments, may I ask you to stand and join me in singing our national anthem.